Hey friends, I'm at home and I'm about to start recording about money. It's going to be really interesting, and a lot of you said that you need a little bit of reminder for what the money looks like and how much it's worth. So pay attention to what every face looks like so that you can have it memorized when you see it. All right, let's start. Okay, we're going to start with the quarter. Quarter is the biggest of all the coins and it's worth 25 cents. We can write it this way, or we could write it with a dollar sign and then a zero in the whole numbers because it's not a whole number, and then a decimal point 25. You're going to oftentimes see it this way, 25 cents. This is George Washington, and let's look at some things that we can memorize. George Washington has this funny little, it's like a curl and a ponytail. So he has kind of these curls going on and a ponytail coming out the back. He looks awesome. And then we've got our dime. And if you'll notice with me, the dime is actually the smallest coin. And he has short hair, and the value of this coin is 10 cents. Now, the way that we write this is we're going to write a dollar sign, zero because it's not a whole number, a decimal point, and then just 10. Notice that the 1 is in the tenths place. It's good to remember. All right, the next one we have is the nickel. The nickel is worth 5 cents. But most often you'll see it written this way. 0 for the whole number, decimal point. This is important, 0, 5. There's nothing in the tenths, only in the hundredths. And this guy has only a ponytail, so you can memorize that. Last but not least, we've got the penny. And the penny, Abraham Lincoln, his face is facing the other direction than all of them. They're all kind of looking towards the left, but he's looking towards the right. And he's got a bow tie on, so you can memorize that. The penny is worth only 1 cent. Just like we wrote the 5 cents, for a penny we're going to write 0 for the whole number, decimal point, 0, 1. These are things that you have to memorize. You have to memorize that this is how it's written, or else you probably won't know. Oh man, wrong color. And last but not least. Okay, so we have 25 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, and 1 cent. All right. Now, let's see if I can get it to the next. Yes. Let me get my clicker. Oh, by the way, these are from Getty Images, so that's where I got them. Okay, this is the back side of each. So this is the quarter. This is the dime. This is the nickel. This is the penny. Quarter is the largest. Dime is actually the smallest. Nickel is 5 cents. Penny is 1 cent. Now let's memorize the back. The quarter has an eagle spreading his wings out. The dime, it's a torch. I don't know if you can see it, but remember in the Olympics, when the Olympic runners carry this flame and it's a torch and they carry it from one place to another. Do you see how this is a torch right here? So that's what you're looking for. The nickel and the penny are a little confusing because they look very similar. They both have buildings on the back. But this building is a little different because all these columns are very close together. So you can kind of memorize it that way. And if you remember to look, the penny is smaller than the nickel. Now, on a test, it won't be in color. So you won't be able to see that the penny is copper. You'll just have to really look and memorize. And sometimes it looks a little blurry. So you have to look for something that really helps you remember which one it is. Okay, so remember that the quarter was worth 25 cents. The dime was worth, didn't turn it back to you, 10 cents. The nickel is worth 5 cents. And the penny is worth only 1 cent. I want to show you why we write it as 0.05 and 0.01. You might be asking, why can't we write it like this? Why can't we write it like, let me show you. Why can't we do for a dime, for a nickel, why can't we do like this? Doesn't that look like 5 cents? Well, remember, this is the tenths place. If you were to write a 5 right there, do you know what you would be saying? You would be saying out of 100 coins, and remember, 100 coins makes one whole dollar, right? 100 pennies equals $1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I should have had a griddable on here, but oh well. That would be like saying out of this many coins, if each of those was a coin, that would be like saying 5/10. Remember how each of these right here, this, each of this row is worth 10. It's 1/10. That would be like saying color the whole row. 5 of them. Do you realize if we colored all 5, we would have colored 50 boxes? Oh my goodness. That is not what we're asking for. We're asking for 5 cents. So we were asking for 0.05. The 5 needs to be in the hundredths place because it's like it's only worth 5 out of 100. So it's like a nickel's not worth very much. If you had 100 pennies to make up $1 and you only took out 5, that would give you a nickel, correct? Well, you have to make sure that you put it in the hundredths because that's like saying only 5 out of 100. 5 coins, 5 pennies, which is the same thing as 1 nickel, 5 of those. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, we're going to talk a little bit more about it on Monday. Okay, so now that I've explained that this is the correct way to write a nickel, you have to put it in the right place value. Let's go back and let's look at one of the problems I gave you on Friday. It says, each picture below represents a different amount of money. In which amount of money does the digit 8 represent 8 cents? Let's read it again. Each picture below represents a different amount of money. In which amount of money does the digit 8 represent only 8 cents? Hold on. Okay, so like I told you,